Kind of Funny Live 2 is happening May 28th and 29th. It's a 2-day event. The first day is going to be a completely ridiculous stage show. What we have planned this year completely blows last year out of the water. And I don't even know how that's possible because we were really stupid last year, and this year's somehow even stupider. Day 2, it's going to be full day of meet and greets. We're hanging out with all of us. A bunch of Rooster Teeth people are there. Funhouse people are there. Achievement Hunter. It's going to be a grand old time. There's going to be some games to play. There's going to be signings. It's exciting. It's a really fun time. There's going to be exclusive merch. Oh yeah, there's definitely going to be exclusive merch. Go to kindoffunny.com/tickets to get your tickets today. There's a couple VIP tickets still available, so make sure if you want one of those, you act fast.
All right, my topic.
All right.
I did another one since the Grandma Miller Sickly Raccoon story was such a hit. Hold on, I'm not going there. I did another glimpse into Greg's brain with the Freeform idea tree, brainstorm tree used to do in like 7th grade English class. What I got to today went from...
Can I read it?
God,
Can I just read it?
Greg?
Yeah, let me just read it. Let me just take a look at it, Greg. You start with PAX, and then there's 2 arrows over that. It says pain and wrestling. And then off of wrestling, it says, what does that say? By what?
BYWF, my backyard wrestling days, of course. Two-time BYWF
So then
champion.
he has severed, and it says Vita, Nashville, TV shows. That's another sequence.
Nashville, we're going to Nashville.
Porty, Death is one of them. What? And then Porty skin tags to blisters to sunburn to water parks. Reddit has 3 arrows off of it. Dead Space Review, Gone Wild, random subreddits. Vacuum, chores I hate, broken. And then another arrow that leads to the actual topic, which is how does this business stay in business?
How does this business stay in business, ladies and gentlemen? That is the topic, and I do not mean how does Kind of Funny stay in business.
Which is another good question.
I mean, how do all these...
With stories like Greg's... Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I'm sorry.
You didn't love the raccoon story?
Seriously, I'm driving across Hoover Dam listening to that.
Yeah.
And...
Enough to make you want to jump off.
Yeah.
Just take the car right off of it.
Just fucking get it
We'll
off.
see. I bet that's going to be a very loved and hated episode. There'll be like Civil War.
It's the first topic that's not a topic, it's just stories.
Yeah, some stories.
And not only is it a story, let's stop for a second. It could have been told in 1 minute.
It really could
One
have.
time my grandma trapped a raccoon under a box with a rock. But Greg decided to give the backstory of everyone involved.
Yeah.
It's like Game of Thrones. We just went over to like...
Except less sex because they're like 8.
Yeah, they're like 8. It was... It was completely ridiculous. But I enjoyed it. I did enjoy it.
A lot of kids did. Saw a lot of positive tweets. I'll see a lot of negative comments tomorrow, I'm sure.
It'll be popular on it.
Yeah.
Today's, though, is how does this business stay in business? And I don't mean this business. I mean all these dumb businesses you pass and you go this. We live in San Francisco. It's a rough place. You can put it on my finger. We live in San Francisco. It's a rough place to have a business. We've learned the hard way. And in our neighborhood especially, there are a million businesses closed. Usually shitty eateries, like the 1920s cafe that opened up, was open 1 week, and then closed, and put up a sign saying effective December 29th, we're closed until further notice. And they've never come back. Then there's like a million boba tea places that open up, and they are really fucking popular for a second.
What is boba tea?
Then they close. It's tea with tapioca balls in it. You get, it's like a drink you drink. Am I hitting that right?
Yeah.
Okay, good.
Is it pop?
It's also called bubble tea.
Bubble
Is
tea.
it popular?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's an Asian thing, and
I
it's
drink
really,
coffee.
really popular.
I just drink coffee.
Yeah, no,
That's all I drink.
it's a different type of tea. It's like not English tea.
It was
It's like
a
a milkshake with
exactly.
tapioca.
It was there was a day where I was walking, and again, we're in a very Asian district of San Francisco, and every Asian person I passed had the boba tea, and I was on my way to Starbucks, and every white person I passed had Starbucks, and I was like, oh, I get it now.
Yeah, it's
That's
kind of
their Starbucks. Okay.
Yeah, and it's fucking amazing. You should try it. There's one a couple blocks away.
It's amazing.
What do you mean
is a
by
strong
their
word.
Starbucks?
Again, I said the Asian people. Now, of course, don't get me wrong.
There's a lot
I'm
of
sure
Asian
there's
people
plenty of
that go to
Asian people that go to
Starbucks,
Starbucks. I'm
A
not.
lot of them.
I'm don't get me wrong. This is always the problem with stereotypes and races. You try to paint them into a corner.
I don't think it's unfair to say though. I don't think it's unfair to say.
Where are you
Jesus.
going with that?
I'm glad I lost it before I
Boba
got
tea's
there.
fucking awesome.
Yeah,
so
but it is
that's
pretty
It looks
Yeah,
gross.
it's
I
not
can't
thing,
do it.
though.
It looks gross.
what?
You know how I feel about liquids and solids.
Well,
But it's not
let
really
me
a
ask you this
solid.
question.
Sure, lay it on me.
You get this tea, right? It's cool, right? They put like a little plastic thing over it. You got to stab it.
Yeah.
It's kind of a fun
Which I
little-
don't like because it seems like then it's just coming off an assembly line somewhere.
No, it's fine. It's actually like
but
they're handmade. They put it
then
over.
they hand make it, and then they put the
Right.
Okay.
So it's cool, right? And
Sure.
so you're like, this is kind of fun and new, and it's a new thing, right? And it looks good, and it tastes super good. But then they make you order like the type of tapioca you wanted,
Sure.
right? And they're little balls. Now the balls by themselves are slippery. When you put them in milk, they're just slick. And so when you start, I'm not grabbing them.
Slippery balls.
But so here's what happens.
Slippery balls.
You'll start to sip, and it'll taste good. And then one by one, at the most rapid pace, these slippery balls will go right down your throat. No chewing. You just swallow. And it is the weirdest kind of erotic experience of your life. That's why people go to this thing.
Only you
Like
could
eating
make
anal
something
beads.
like that an erotic feeling.
Yeah, no, it's definitely not. I get
It's
what you're saying because it
off-putting,
is.
to be
You're
clear.
sucking it all of a sudden. Like you'll get one and it's normal. You get another one and then all of a sudden it does go da da da. And it's
Yeah.
like, oh shit.
You suck it in, it's all good.
You're
Yeah.
sucking a little too hard.
And they give you a big girthy
all I heard
straw.
then was you're sucking it.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, no,
they
so
give you that big fat girthy straw so you can get the bigger balls through your throat.
yeah, no, you choose your size of tapioca, and I don't like the little tiny ones. That's too much. Like
Do
you
you
gotta go with
taste
the normal.
it? Do you taste the tapioca?
It's weird because yeah,
He just
could
said you
do it.
don't.
Well, Nick's
I apologize.
You do after the first sip. After the first sip, you've learned. But that first sip, maybe 13, 14 of those little fuckers will slip right by and just
Do you
shoot
get the,
down
do
your
you get
throat.
the small balls, obviously?
I get the big fat balls
No,
because if you're going to do it, you go into
the big
it.
ones are good. Back in middle school, the thing to do would be to buy these things, and it just became. I mean, you instantly get spitballs. It was perfect. You just load that shit up
Oh,
like a machine
gross.
gun without it going down, and you just shoot at everybody, and it was awesome. Especially when you're on a bus shooting off the bus at other people.
You know you were a bully in middle school, right?
I wasn't. No, we were all part of it.
Yeah.
We were all bullying each other.
Except for the people that got
Except for
bullied.
Janie Lee. I'm so sorry, Janie Lee. I don't know why we threw that water balloon when you were on a bike. That was really
We'll take a
mean.
break. Hold up, everybody. Bathroom break.
Oh, and it's not Nick.
Yeah.
So now that we're back, Greg, back to your topic.
Right. Well, we're there. We're still in it. We were doing fine.
Yeah.
The boba tea place. The boba tea place.
You want a meeting in this? Chocolate kills dogs.
I know. Good job.
I heard
Thank
that's
you.
a myth.
It's not a myth.
No, it's not a myth.
It's like everything else kills dogs. Literally
No, I
everything
heard it's a
kills
myth.
dog.
Onion kills dogs.
No, because I had a friend who worked who what up? Shout out to Mike Atkinson. Whenever you're in Columbia, Missouri, go to the candy factory. Right? Am I saying that right? Chocolate factory, whatever the fucking
Willy
candy
Wonka.
store is that's been owned by the Atkinson family forever. And they had a dog, and he said at some point that dog's eaten more chocolate in its life probably than I have, and it's been fine. But it's like there are dogs that for sure die. Don't get me wrong.
Well, apparently it has to do with the actual concentration of chocolate in it too. Because apparently like dark chocolate will fuck
Well,
a
it's
dog
just
up.
caffeine, right, and sugar, and that kills me.
Yeah. So this shit's like all just sugar, so it doesn't matter.
Probably eats random shit off the sidewalks. I'm sure he's fine.
Yeah, it's true.
So my question though, or the topic is businesses that stays in business, and you don't know how they stay in business because how does business work, right?
Radio
and what I'm
Shack.
thinking about, Radio Shack, sure, that's a fine example. That's not terrible or whatever.
There is a Radio Shack in the middle near the hotel.
Yeah, no, Radio Shacks are around San Francisco still. It's very weird. I don't understand that.
Sprint owns them now.
But in particular today, I vacuumed because we had guests coming over. And of course, the vacuum's fucked up because it's been fucked up and it's been given out to me a while. And I got to take it to this vacuum cleaner repair shop we have in the neighborhood. But I was thinking about it, every time I pass this vacuum cleaner repair shop, they're just fucking chilling in there. How are they in business? Because I don't think there's enough people that are having vacuums fail on them enough to make them go in there and say, hey, I need this shop. Now, they're don't get me wrong, there for convenience when it happens. Now I need to go there.
Sure,
but
but
I don't think
how many people whose vacuum, like the vacuum breaks, you're like, your first instinct is like, I gotta get this fixed.
Yeah.
Right. If you had that vacuum for 2 years, you're like, time to get a new vacuum.
I was gonna say, if I hadn't seen this vacuum cleaner repair shop that advertises they work on Dysons, I would toss this motherfucker right out.
put it above your head.
Yeah, but
Throw it at the first car that comes by.
Dysons are expensive though.
They are expensive, but this one's been with me for more than a few years now, probably better part of a decade.
Well,
I'd
and
say.
also, is it not going to be expensive to go to a vacuum repair shop and get it fixed? They obviously need business. So, like, the one guy that comes in the year, they're going to be like, cool. We're going to fucking nail this motherfucker.
So this got me down the rabbit hole of other businesses I have a problem with, and I don't understand how they exist or why.
Lay
they
him on
exist.
us, Greg.
In the neighborhood, also now it just opened up. They just opened up a record shop. Now, don't get me wrong here.
Where?
Amoeba Music.
Yeah, it's at like it's down.
There's a fucking amoeba here?
No,
No. It's
Not like Amoeba Music, where it's like a giant. Oh my fucking god! Where it's a giant place and there's all this stuff happening. This is like a little tiny shop that sells records. How are you gonna stay in business? What are you thinking?
They're not.
Well, they got the hipster motherfuckers.
Sure, but I think
Vinyl's huge right now though.
I think a lot of people coming in and browse. I don't think they have a giant selection. I don't think they're in it for the long haul.
most vinyl shops have like, because there's a bunch of them on Hate that are not Amoeba as well. Most of them have like a specialty. Like there's one that does like only house. There's one that does like only old school like jazz and stuff like that. So I bet you that small vinyl place has a specialty.
But
if you went in and
I
asked.
think they're in trouble. Is what I'm saying.
I think they'll be okay for as long as they need to be. I don't think that's the big of it. I mean, if it's a small place, I think they'll be okay because they have a niche. They have that thing. They are you doing a PlayStation podcast, so people are going to like you
Sure.
because no one else is doing that.
But I
shit.
can't imagine they're moving enough vinyl. I think the one I'm putting on the endangered species list. I put in here parentheses soon. Comic shops are the same thing. I go into comic shops and I browse all the time. And if I'm in another city, I will buy a comic. I'll buy a $2.99 comic. But are they moving enough merch to make this a lucrative business? And you've seen them begin to close all over the place. Yes.
No, we'll see. Comic book shops in Australia. They don't just sell comic books anymore. It's, little pop vinyls.
Oh yeah. There's tons of toys
pop
and stuff.
vinyls, shirts, all that sort of crap. They're selling all that. That's the stuff that's keeping them in business.
Sure.
It's not the comics. It's just they are a comic book store that's selling a whole bunch of random stuff.
But I still feel that like if I want any of that random stuff, I'm getting it off the internet. And I bet more people will join me there soon.
But see, Australia, it's impossible to
Well,
get.
Australia's totally fucked in general. I don't think your business models apply to us over
Thanks.
here. How much
not
are your
very nice.
games? How much are your games?
It's anywhere between $70 to $90.
Yeah, see, that's wrong. And then they're all
But the dollars aren't necessarily.
they're all
equivalent.
edited and bodies just dissolve away because you got crazy
think
government.
about it though. So, like, if I spend $60 in a game in America, that's 75 Australian.
Yeah, I was gonna
Give or
say
take.
it's not an equivalent dollar.
No, it used to be. There was a time when we were $1 for $1.
Yeah.
How does this business stay in business? I'm gonna say pizza places in Chicago. Not because Chicago pizza places are bad, but literally every strip mall in Chicago has a pizza place. I also put on here hot dog places in Chicago. If you live in Chicago, you have chosen your pizza place and you've chosen your hot dog place. Who the fuck is experimenting so much that they want to see how this other strip mall pizza place is? You have one. You go to Rosati's. You go to Danny's. You go to Baroni's. I get it. Why the fuck do I need this random place on Army Trail Road? I need a hot dog. Well, I'm not going to go to one of the 15,000 Portillos. I'll try this fucking random ass hot dog place here. What are you thinking, business owner, opening up another hot dog stand, another hot dog restaurant, another pizza shop? I assume, Colin, this is similar to pizza in New York.
Yeah, I mean,
Why are we
there
branching
a lot
out
of
and making so many fucking pizza places? I already know where I'm going to go. I'm going to go to Ragtime.
Yeah, I've heard through the grapevine, by the way, that Ragtime will be closing in sometime in the near future because the guy that owns it wants to retire and his kids don't want to take it over.
Do we need to buy it?
No, because I need Mike Ragtime to continue to make the fucking pizza. That's really
He'll
good.
teach you the recipe. Buy it at Lock, Stock, and Barrel. Learning all that stuff.
He owns that whole building.
Here's what I'm saying right now.
I'm gonna buy
on
my dad's
film.
house. I don't think I'm gonna buy the.
I'm saying it right now on
Yeah.
film. We got to figure out when it's closing, and I'm going. We're going. Not
Yeah.
to the like closing party. I don't need. I want some Ragtime Pizza before it closes.
Yeah,
though.
yeah.
I'm in.
I don't know when it's gonna be. I'll continue to use my sources and my moles for more intel and let
Will
you
you
know.
hit up Mike Ragtime and see if we can do a Game Over Greggy show from there?
I could.
Everyone's go into the Ragtime Pizza place. Is it in Brookhaven?
Yeah.
In Brookhaven. Bring him this episode right now on your phone. Show it to him and say. Actually, just play it for him.
I told you that my dad and I went in there
Yeah.
because we were talking about Ragtime or whatever, and my dad was like, oh, Colin or my son or whatever, because they're like friendly with each other, but
Yeah.
like I don't think he remembers me that much. They were like, oh, talk about it on their podcast on the YouTube show, whatever. And they had no idea what the fuck. Like
Sure.
they didn't care. So I don't think they're gonna give him much of a fuck about this.
It'll matter now because now it's gonna matter because somebody right now who is in the Brookhaven area will take this podcast to him and they will turn the phone to him right now and we're gonna talk to him. You ready?
Yeah.
Mike Ragtime.
What do you want me to say?
I think we should all talk. I can lead you in. I'm usually your point person, and then I kick it to you for the 3-pointer.
Hey, Mike, you want to handle this, Nick? Go for it. Nailed it.
Why are you fucking this up for me? All right, now you're gonna turn the camera to. Now you're gonna turn the phone to him.
Okay, here, go. What do you want me to do?
No, I'm doing it now because you already had the chance. You had your
I'm
chance.
sorry, I was.
Well,
I'll be
I
honest with you.
literally have no idea what we're doing.
I don't know what the hell we're doing.
We're making a video message for Mike Ragtime. Someone is gonna walk into Ragtime Pizza with their phone
You're
this podcast.
overcomplicating
What's he gonna
this.
walk
Yeah,
into
this is
their
a
phone?
pizza place in Brookhaven, Long Island.
Yeah.
Like,
should we just call
we
him?
could. I'm guessing the local AYSO can rent this fucking place out. We could probably throw the guy like $500 and throw a party there if we wanted to.
That'd be fun. We should go back to Long Island and
It's
throw
a
a little party.
businessman. We'll just pay him a couple $100. We're gonna bring 30.
He wants to retire, and his
300
kids, I
people
think,
here.
want to do other things. So he's just letting it go. Instead of selling, I respect it. Instead of selling the business, which is an established business, he's just like, no, we're just going to close it up. And I'm like, that's
Mike Ragtime, my name's Greg Miller. I run kindafunny.com. It's this internet thing with a whole bunch of shows and stuff. But you're watching me on YouTube, so you've already figured that out. That is the pride of Long Island, Colin Moriarty. And he says that Ragtime Pizza is the best pizza on the face of the planet. Correct, Colin?
Yes.
I need to eat this pizza. And as you do with all your loved members of your family and all this stuff, I thought I had forever with you, but I apparently don't, Mike Ragtime. Time is growing short for your business. You probably are fine. Congratulations on your good health. But your pizza is going away. I want to come to New York with Colin. Correct, Colin?
Yes.
And I'd like to eat some of your pizza. But I want to do a show like this while we're there. Now, hopefully, dozens of people have come in to annoy you with their phones showing you this video message. So you understand the power we have to bring in dozens of people to eat pizza in your restaurant. We would like to come hang out with you in your restaurant and eat pizza. Right, Colin?
Yes.
So please allow us to do that. One of the people showing you this will tell you how to get in contact with us.
Are you going to be surprised when he calls you and says, my restaurant's open to the public. You guys can come in whenever you want. It's like literally, it's not like the Battery Club where you have to be invited to go over there.
I'd like him to know that it's an important thing for us.
You want a personal invite from this poor
No,
gentleman.
I just want him to say, yeah, come do a podcast. It's fine. Cool.
Okay.
It's so funny because someone had pointed out to me. I haven't looked at it recently, but like their Yelp reviews are very like good or bad, like right in the it's like average right in the middle. I'm like, that's so strange to me because this place is like was such an institution when I was a kid. Now people are starting to hate. Are there other competitors that I'm unaware of? I don't live there.
There's a whole bunch of them.
If I know anything about Mike Ragtime, right, it's because he's not bowing to everybody's whims right now. Because I don't have a gluten-free crust.
Yeah.
No, I don't have a broccoli crust. No, I don't have some other crust that isn't fucking flour. It's it's pizza.
Because that place is like an institution when I was a kid. Like that place, like people really loved that place. And I was kind of devastated when I heard that it was closing down. But I'm glad it's not like for business reasons. It's just because like they just would rather just, I guess, shutter it than like not have it in the family. And I think I kind of respect that.
You got to think as well, like that they wouldn't want the name of the place to be tarnished for like the dad. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely. His name's not really Mike Ragtime, by the way. It's just what we call him. I know his real last name, but I'm not gonna say it.
Do you think he's ever going to change his name to Mike Ragtime?
I hope so.
Why
He's
do
a
you
nice
pick the
guy.
name Ragtime? Do you like ragtime music?
I think it's like the whole theme. Like there used to be a mural on the wall that was like people like partying and like having a good time. I think in like the ragtime era, and I think that was kind of the idea.
Gotcha.
Inspired Chuck E. Cheese. True story.
Nope, that's not true at all. And my final business, I don't understand how they stay in business, magic shops. You're telling me magic shops are turning enough business so that these motherfuckers can just stay in there selling their abracadabra hats? Now, there was a magic shop, joke shop on the outskirts of DuPage County we used to go to once in a while. And I was super...
Unincorporated?
No, this is beyond unincorporated.
Oh, okay.
We're getting to like the edge of the universe here, the edge of DuPage County universe.
What was
go
it
to
called?
this thing.
The Outback Log?
Outback, out Benton.
Outback of Burke.
Outback of Burke.
Yeah.
Anyways, it was Outback of Burke, Chicagoland. Yeah. And you go there. I remember as a kid, I'd love going there. They had all the stupid, like the trick gums where you eat the gum and you turn your teeth blue and garlic flavored candies. And I was like, oh, this place is cool, whatever. And I remember going back there years later and when I was like 16 at least because I could drive a car and they had all that stuff, but it was still the same merchandise. You bought the gum, you could break it in half. It was like when you get, a pack of baseball cards and the gum's in there and it's like, what? No, you're not moving this merchandise. How can you afford to keep the lights on? No one's coming in here to buy the fucking plastic wand anymore.
Well, I think that's where you're wrong, Greg, is that you were a little kid. You didn't realize that back then the gum was a piece of shit too. You wanted it. There's little kids. It's weird, but there's always going to be little kids. And they're all going to love the same the spider with the pump thing that you pump in the little spider jumps.
That's cute.
The kids are going to love that shit.
It is cushions.
Whoopee cushions.
All
are a
that
thing,
stuff. Yeah, no, that's like fart bombs. Are you kidding me? Like you're telling me that the 5th graders right now aren't trying to buy up all those things? They're probably stealing a whole bunch of them.
Seriously, I'm
I don't
27. I'll
condone
still
that.
buy up all those things.
Right? Yeah, we're not going to steal any of those.
Yeah.
We'll just buy them and use them all. I don't
Exactly.
need one. I have Kevin with me. If I ever need a fart bomb,
No,
he just goes.
Also, if you ever need a glitter bomb, you got Kevin also.
Yeah.
Just
Or if you just see
whole
someone to
bunch of
sweat.
So I was trying to make a connection to sweat, but you beat me to it. Sorry.
I don't know. Magic shops, I don't think that there's enough of them for it to be an issue. I think that they're random enough that it's like, huh. Like there's one, it's kind of near us.
Yeah, in the
and
neighborhood.
That's a weird one.
You walk
Because
by
they
it,
don't-
no
they
one's
don't-
ever
They
in
don't
there.
want our service.
Nick had an experience.
I'll
there.
never go back in.
He had a magical experience.
I've been saying since we go to lunch by there sometimes, and every time we go to lunch, I can see it out the window. I'm like, one of these days, I'm going to go into that magic shop.
That's not true.
It is.
Every time I'm like, Nick, can we go there one day?
No, every time I'm like, we should go today. And you're like, yeah, we should go today. So I'm like, one of these days we're going to go there. Finally, we had an extra like 30 minutes, and I had my Diet Coke still from lunch, and I'm like, I'm going to refill it, of course. Notch. Can't leave a place that has free refills without refilling the coach. And I'm like, Kevin, today's the day. And Kevin's like, don't tease me, dude. Don't tease me, dude. I'll fucking go.
Was he sweating?
Of course he was sweating. It was like I could just feel his back sweat from like 5 feet away. So Kevin and I are super excited to go. We're like two partners in crime. We jaywalk across the street because we're so excited. We don't want to go to the light. Natch. And we walk in to this fucking magic shop that you could tell not a soul has been in all day. And the first thing this guy says to me is, we don't allow like beverages in here. And I said, well, guess I'm not coming in. And I left, and I've never gone back to that magic shop. You, sir, are not getting my business at whatever
Everyone's
magic shop.
perfectly reasonable rule.
We also finished
For
the
what? Like, I'm gonna
drinks and
fucking get the magic deck of cards wet? Like, I'm a 36-year-old man. I'm not spilling diet soda on shit.
You were
And
walking
Ken-
in there with the human wrecking ball, Kevin Coelho.
Yeah, but they don't know who Kevin is.
You can't have a drink and you can't have a Kevin Coelho.
Kevin pranced across the street like a ballerina. Okay, he's so light on his feet, excited to go into this place, and it broke his little heart.
I would have paid to see that.
He was
so
dancing?
He was very loyal. He didn't go in there because you weren't going to go in. He's very loyal. Yeah, I mean, he keeps telling me, he wants to go ice skating with me, and I can't, because I played hockey. I could skate. Played my whole life, and I want to see Kevin on skates because I just feel like it's going to be like one of the most beautiful things I've ever. No, I feel like it's going to be so
it's gonna
beautiful.
be gorgeous. I think it'd be like a water show. At the
Gorgeous
Bellagio.
as he hits his face in the ice.
I really want to see you skate. Oh, so badly. Like I just want to.
Are you a good skater?
I
Are
bet
there,
you.
are there indoor skate centers?
He isn't.
Do you guys have indoor skate centers?
like
Yeah, of course we have one. Yeah, and we only have one in San Francisco. Where I'm from, we have a lot of them.
Ah.
But yeah, out here, no one plays hockey. So
I feel like LA is really bad about this problem, Greg. LA has a lot of stores that I'm like, how the hell is this place open? They all look the same. They have the gates in front of them. They pull the gates up, and it's all just like
The same merchandise.
refurbished electronics. I don't even really know, but it always says the same messaging where it's just
DVD
like
player,
best
computer
deal
player.
DVD player.
Yeah.
Like the store's called DVD player.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? Like, why? Why is there so many people buying these things? And like, how? Like, they seem to be prime spots. You go downtown and they're all next door to each other. So I'm like, I don't know.
Well, downtown
Pier
makes
39 's
sense
the
though
same
because
way.
the real estate downtown up until the last like 5 years was really bad. Like it was really like a depressed area. And I think a lot of the times that's what you run into too with these shops is like they've either been a mom and pop shop for forever and they've been family owned, so you don't have a lease or rent, or they're in such a bad area that they're giving you a great deal to move into it. That's what I kind of feel like is happening with the Magic Shop. Is that they've probably been there for a very long time, but I guarantee the second their lease is up, because commercial leases aren't rent controlled, they're out, they're gone. That's what happens in my neighborhood all the time. All these shops like this. I talk about it, the donut shop, a donut shop in my neighborhood, which is the only 24-hour donut shop like in the northern portion of San Francisco.
Absolutely not true.
Where's the other one?
Richmond District. There's like 5 of them.
And I'm talking northern, like
Like
beyond that point.
super north. Okay,
Whatever.
You're talking like
fine,
the wall,
beyond
past
Geary.
the wall. All right,
Sure.
past the wall.
Past the wall. What's the wall?
Like tunnels.
Fair enough. So this place was there ever since I've been in San Francisco. I remember going to it like during the first few times I went to bars in the marina. And yeah, lo and behold, guess what? Their rent's up and they're gone. Boom, like that. And if they can get the donut shops, they can get any of us.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
nothing
yeah,
is
yeah,
sacred. That
nothing's
donut
sacred.
shop was really special
So
too.
good, man.
That
The
was
poor one
great.
that ran it was so nice.
Yeah.
She was so nice. And every time I went in there at night, I tried to be extra special nice to her in tip because she had to deal with every fucking douchebag that was coming drunk out of the bars. And they were all assholes.
Yeah, but donuts
All of
are
them.
awesome.
Donuts are awesome.
Donuts are awesome. And that's why people get sued. You know, like when guys get together, guys have that mob mentality when they get together and there's alcohol involved. They become Uber guys. They become like alpha males. Everyone is an alpha male. They all have to scream at each other and be like, fucking sprinkles, bro. Like, get the sprinkles, bro. I want
Who
the
the
bear
fuck
claw.
do you hang out with, Nick?
The
Dude,
marina,
it's the
dude.
marina.
It's the fucking marina.
I mean,
we all know that. We all know the marina.
Fucking sprinkles, bro.
These guys
marinas.
would walk in and be like, dude, you should get a fucking crawler, bro. No, bro, bear claw.
Dude,
I'm like,
we
why
all
are
used
you
to hang out in
talking
the
like
marina.
that?
I mean, like, because like I've been in the marina recently for the first time in a while.
Yeah.
I used to hang when we were younger. We used to hang out in the marina
We used
all
to
the
go out
time. And I'm like, oh my god, like
Makes you feel old, huh?
yeah, like I'm like it's the same reason why I went back to Northeastern 3 days in a row.
Yeah.
I'm like, you remember when you were young and happy, Colin? Just look around you at the people in the polo shirts and you're gonna and the aviator glasses, the same ones you were wearing. Nothing's changed.
Nothing's changed.
Nothing's changed in the marina. But
We keep getting older and they stay the same age.
yes, very good reference.
Thank you.
So I'm trying to think of like businesses. See, the vacuum repair thing to me is like there's actually 2 of them down there.
Yeah.
Which is even in that strip, which is more interesting to me. But I've never seen any other ones, and so I'm wondering if like the San Francisco or like Peninsula traffic all goes to them. Certainly, like there's got to be a reason they exist. That's why I just don't think we understand the
economics?
books. Yeah, you know
That's
so,
my cool. That's my concern.
They might own the building.
It's true too.
So you got to think about that. They don't pay rent.
Yeah,
that
but I mean,
happens.
then do something cooler than vacuums. And that sucks.
but I mean, maybe that's their passion.
It does suck.
Shut the fuck up, Tim.
I've been waiting this whole episode to say it. I had to get it out.
It's not that funny.
You're overselling it, Kevin.
It's
I understand
Kevin,
you're constantly
keep
looking
playing
for his
with your
approval.
20-sided die. Okay. What the hell? Where'd you get that thing from?
It's Laura Bailey's. She
Yeah,
left
they
it.
left it here.
It was their parting gift.
Kevin always
He
does
spends all
things
that-
off
he's-
camera, acting as if he's on camera, and I appreciate it. I appreciate the motsy. You
I'm
going
not
places,
doing it
kid.
for a camera. I was doing it for you.
No.
Did you say the Motzi? Or the
The
it's
Moxie.
The
I don't
matzo
know
ball
shit.
Moxie
I don't know
is what
anything,
you're supposed-
guys.
Okay. Moxie's
It's taken
applesauce.
379 episodes for you to realize that I don't know shit, Greg.
Whoa, no, you
Sure
know
looks
a
good
lot of
today, though.
things.
I like that shirt.
Whoa,
I can't even open
no. Tim,
You know
What's the next
Disneyland?
topic?
You know Disneyland?
I do know Disneyland.
Yeah.
I do.
There you go. You know something.
I know
Do you
something.
feel better now?
I do. Thank you. Thank you, Pat.
You're
Thank you.
welcome.
I'm going to touch your boob.
Okay.
whoa.